how might you improve the professional development opportunities in the use of emerging technologies for teachers and administrators in your district, school, or library? Next slide. My answer to that was improving collaboration for professional development among professional staff can be done in a number of ways with emerging technology. Apps as simple as Google Docs or Google Chat are great for collaboration of ideas. Skype is also a great way to collaborate ideas when you need a face-to-face conversation. And if everyone has a Mac product, FaceTime is also another live app that is useful for face-to-face when physical presence isn't available. Next slide.
I put for question 1 that you can cut costs by having in-house professional development. You can have peer-led professional development in small groups, and you can have that face-to-face, or it can be technology-based using something similar to this, like a webinar, or posting a YouTube tutorial, or any kind of presentation like Google presentation or something like that. And then I just put in here that this kind of meets ISTE Standard 5A, which is teachers participate in local and global learning communities. And then this would allow time during, or you could allow time during staff meetings, excuse me, for a staff member to share a piece of technology they currently use to benefit their classroom. And this would just give you a little taste of what other teachers in your building are doing. So I'm going to go to the next slide.
And my answer for question number 1 is the professional development has to cover topics that range from class management to checking for understanding, excellent leadership by demonstrating a vision of technology infusion, participating in shared decision making and the community building, and developing the leadership and technology skills of others. Therefore, I would try to improve professional development opportunities by making sure that whatever is presented caters to the specific needs of the teachers. This way, we can make sure that teachers find it useful and want to really learn how to use it.
Next slide.
Yes.
Question 3, how do you model the effective use of emerging technologies in your own practice, such as in conducting staff meetings or communicating with teachers and parents? Next slide. For me, email has been effective when dealing with group issues with colleagues. And then I also like Skype because you can either use text or video. We had very little technology in my former position, so this question was a little bit more difficult for me to answer. But yeah, Skype was mainly what we used. Next slide.
I'm not an administrator of technology right now, but in our school we have cut down on the amount of time we spend in staff meetings by using some of these technologies. Our current administration uses Google Classroom in combination with like Edpuzzle and some other different things to get us information so that they're minimizing the time they take away from us. We can communicate with other teachers in much the same way. I also maintain a Google site for my classes where teachers and parents can get on and see what I'm doing in my classrooms and can also communicate with me. And then in our week 6 content, our book talked about using Skype as a social networking tool in the classroom. And there are teachers in my classroom who also use, or my school, who also use Skype to work with students if they're absent, if the teacher's absent, or if the student's absent. And that's something that I've thought about trying when I'm gone. I haven't yet, but it's something I'd like to do. Next slide.
For the third question, I think as a technology specialist, I would model effective use of emerging technology by making it a hands-on experience. The majority of us are kinesthetic learners, even more than just visual. Teachers need to experience the lesson learned before they can feel really ready to present it to students, because teachers who have more experience in the classroom are more effective because they have had extended time to test procedures and lessons on several chords of students. I would do this by using professional development on specific technology that is created to the teachers by guiding them how to use it at first and letting them get acquainted with it on their own terms, with a goal in mind, of course. For other stakeholders, such as parents, I would offer after-school classes for those of them interested in furthering their education as well as their own children. Next slide.
Question 5. Real-time collaboration is an essential key to facilitate learning and to propel the uses of today's modern technology. How can pre-service and in-service administrators develop real-time collaborative activities? What would these look like in your own professional learning communities? Next slide. My answer to this was I think they would look like short interactive meetings with a direct purpose and goal. Teachers have enough going on during their day that they don't want to use professional development time in long, drag-out meetings. I think some PD could be done without teachers leaving their rooms, utilizing Skype or YouTube live stream. Some PD could occur that way. Even your professional learning communities could utilize both tech tools without leaving the rooms, but still get in FaceTime. Next slide.
I just kind of touched on ISTE Standard 2B, model and promote the frequent and effective use of technology for learning. Once again, Skype's a tool that we could use in our professional development in our PLCs. This could allow administrators to communicate with a large group of people without everyone being in the same place. I use Google Slides in my classroom to allow my students to collaborate on assignments, and it could also be used for professional development. And then also administrators or other teachers could make podcasts or screencasts like Screencastify. We do that sometimes in my school as well. Next slide.
For question number 5, we used to think that technology was a solo journey to gain the knowledge. One user researching through one source. With the development of new technology, real-time collaboration is a reality. Students and professionals alike work together in a platform that marries collaboration and project-based learning by using many minds to find solutions to a problem. One of the greatest gifts this technology bestows upon us is the opportunity of working with professionals from around the world. During professional learning communities, teachers could use this technology by working on a common problem to find several solutions. There are tens of applications and small programs allow a real-time collaboration anywhere at any time. Next slide.
So in our conclusion, some of the useful tech tools that we came up with were Skype, YouTube, Google Classroom, Edpuzzle, Google Slides. I think maybe now we can kind of agree that Hangouts is kind of a good one to do. And what they can do is they cut costs by keeping professional development in the house, enable teachers to reach out to students and parents. We touched on ISTE Standard 5A, embrace global and local collaboration. And then it also touches on ISTE 3B, which encourages collaboration between students, peers, and parents and community. And that concludes our broadcast.